But there is new competition for Tesla, and it's coming from an old standard, Volkswagen. Had a chance to sit down earlier today with the president and CEO of Volkswagen of America, Scott Keogh, to talk about their latest all-electric vehicle. It's the first for VW. It's the ID.4.
Exactly right. Thanks, Adam. I really appreciate it. No, that's true. They just came out of our ports in Baltimore. They're working our way to our 625 dealers across the country. And so it's a momentous occasion. Very exciting day here.
And let's talk about the ID.4. This is a 5-seater crossover. It's a little bit smaller than the larger VW SUVs, but this is a milestone because it's all electric. Why is this the first?
It is, and as you know, it's on our MEB platform. It's a platform we use across the globe. This car is going to be manufactured in 5 factories, so it gives you a sense of the scale. 2 in China, 2 in Europe, and of course, our factory here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I think the crucial thing for us is we want to drive mainstream adoption. So for us, this car is an ASUV. It's an entry SUV, so it competes against the RAV4s and the HRVs, and for Volkswagen, our Tiguan. The name of the game is not competing for 2% of the electric car market. It's competing against the massive internal combustion engine market. So that's what we're looking to do, and I think we have the chance of a lifetime ahead of us.
Let's talk about the electric market, and I still want to talk about this vehicle, but let's talk about the electric market. We have some manufacturers talking about being all electric by 2035. I know that Volkswagen has talked about being carbon neutral by 2050, but your parent company, Porsche, they're making a big push with electric. Will we see more electric vehicles from VW in the next year or two?
100%. Look, I think if you look at the Volkswagen group, which of course includes Porsche and Audi, of course us as Volkswagen, we were the real first to take these big leaps. We signed on to the Paris Climate Accords. Of course, as you referenced, 0 grams of CO2 by 2050. That includes not just the cars, but manufacturing, logistics, and everything. So you're going to see a wave of electric vehicles coming across the globe, and certainly here in America. Look, Europe is probably going to be about 70% EVs within 10 years. I'd say China probably around 50%. I think the US will be closer to 30-40% or somewhere in there. But again, this is massive adoption. You're talking from nearly 2% of the market last year to that. So I think it's a big opportunity. The real defining thing for me, Adam, is going to be this year. This is the year where you have a full year of the Model Y, a full year of the Ford Mach-E, our car is joining the marketplace. I think you're going to look at about 5% of the US market this year. This is really the year of electric, and I think it's coming without a doubt. Between the government, between the investments from the manufacturers, and the consumer excitement that we see on our showroom floors, the tip is here, in my opinion.
What is VW's market share in North America? Is it 2.2%? This is everything, gasoline powered and electric.
Yeah, all in, Volkswagen is just over 2.5 points, 2.6 points. I think it's important, though, we also don't compete in the entire market, as you know. We only compete in about 60% of the market. We don't make a pickup truck. We don't make giant SUVs. In the market we compete in, we're just about 5% market share. So certainly, if you look at us globally, we're a brand of 13% market share. So certainly there's opportunities for us here in America, and that's what we're looking to do.
Wall Street Journal did a review of the ID.4, which, by the way, we see behind you. It's a beautiful vehicle. They used a couple different adjectives. One was spectacular, but they also pointed out it's heavier than, say, the Tesla version of a crossover SUV. And they said they would wait for the updates to the software and technology because they didn't use the word spectacular to describe it. What would you say to the person who wrote that review?
I assume that'd be Dan Neal, and I would zoom in on your first word, spectacular. No, look, I think on updates, it's a fascinating thing, and one of the things that's coolest about this car is the car has over-the-air updates. So a classic thing is plug and charge. Right now, the car does not have plug and charge. What does it take to do? You download the app, NFC, bang, your car is fully charged. But with over-the-air updates, we'll be able to offer that. So I'd say the car's ready to go. The car has a phenomenal price point, great technology, and we'll make it better every day, just like everything. But Dan Neal notwithstanding, absolutely.
Everyone's a critic. Let's talk about the price point for the vehicle. It's about $40,000. With the federal tax credit, what's that, $7,500? So if you buy this vehicle, how does that tax credit work? Do you have to itemize to get the tax credit? Or if you don't itemize, you just take standard deduction, can you then still get the tax credit? How does it work?
That's exactly how it works. So first of all, if you lease the car, of course, the vehicle is owned by the finance company. So you can bake in the $7,500 in your lease, right at the point of sale. If you finance the car, to your point, of course you'll get the $7,500 as a deduction on your taxes when you fill out the taxes. So that's how the federal work. The state one is, depending on the state, a little bit different. But at the end of the day, it's pretty simple to me. The car is $39,000, $7,500. States, as you know, put another $2,000. You're talking $30,000 for what I would say is a spaceship. The car drives phenomenally. Yes, Mr. Neal talks about the weight, but that weight brings low center of gravity. It grounds the car. Honestly, this vehicle drives like a GTI, and it puts such a smile on your face that it's a phenomenal machine.